What's up, boys? Today we're going to be trying out another full weapon build. This time with the Huntress, we're going to be trying to get as many of the ice tags as possible, especially building around the freezing arrows. There's an incredibly powerful effect for the ice where... I'm not sure. Well, weapon cooldown, health points and armor, plus 5 ice tags and damage on top of that, weapon attack speed, movement speed. We're going to try and apply the effect as often as possible with the weapon attacks because of the very powerful bonus at 10 tags, where you have a chance to perma-freeze them and then instant kill them after that, which works even on bosses it seems like. So both the Huntress and the Medic have a lot of ice tags and can have weapons that have them as well. And to pair with that, I think I'm going to try the Pyro. He has one ability that can be evolved to ice, but mainly he has a steroid ability that gives weapon cooldown and elemental damage that I think will pair pretty nicely. So here we will take the Bear Trap. Has something that shoots out a bunch of ice arrows afterwards, I think. So we could grab that one first. But we mainly want to be leveling the bow and the penetration so that we can hit more enemies with it. But right now we're just hitting one enemy at a time with a very weak arrow, so might take a bit to get there. Probably should have taken the arrow rain to actually kill stuff. But here we go, we can get the cooldown a bit lower at least. Takes me 2 of these slow shots just to kill one of these guys. So looking for Medic and Pyro here. Here we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab a level in arrow range so we can actually AoE them down a bit. Well, they actually survive a hit on this map, huh? Okay, that didn't do a whole lot. I guess we can finish them in one shot of the bow now. We'll get that going. We can pull some of them through the worm here. The medical drone has a fairly low cooldown on its attack as we're moving around. That'll give a bit of consistent damage at least. We can get Arrow Pen to occasionally AoE with the weak little arrows. This is an AoE and does have a lot of useful tags for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and level that for now. And then we can eventually convert it into freezing only so that it's more likely to apply the permafreeze instead of alternating between that and chemical. Or arrow, I guess. Oh yeah, one other thing. I wanted to try and get as many freezing tags as you possibly can. So there's at least 3 or 4 different items that have it. I don't know if it's going to be good, but every aspect of the elemental effect scales with it. The chance to apply freeze on hit, the slowing percentage, and then the chance to permafreeze as well. So we'll get crowd control, it'll be more consistent, and we'll be more likely to kill with it as well. Weapon crit chance is great. We'll take that. I think I'm going to save my bans for the items so that we become more likely to get the stuff to help the build out. Like, Banhammer is very good to get early on, so you can trim down the stat mods after that. No, he ate my chest. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty difficult point where we have just the weak little bow that's not even evolved, and we don't really have any decent abilities either, since they're pretty low level. I don't even know if I can get to that. Stupid range guys camping it. Alright, we're gonna try and lure them away, I guess. At least with the, well, we have the multi-shot now, that'll help quite a bit. At least the chests can actually have multiples up at the same time on the map. You can at least have 2 of them, I've seen before, when it took me a while to grab one of them. Okay, we can banish Toxified, not going to do anything with that. And then I kind of like that to help me look through stuff a little bit more. That's just straight up twice as many chances to look for something good with a free reroll each time. It might be better to liberate here and try and get some of our most important stuff leveled up here, so we can actually get some power instead of diluting the pool with a bunch of low-level stuff for now. That's kind of unfortunate with the worm over there. And these invincible guys blocking the path out. They're not invincible, they're just extremely tanky early on, to the point where you basically can't kill them until you've got some good upgrades. I think the play might actually be to level up the arrow rain first, so we can guarantee an injured status. I think I like that. What else would we have applying that? The arrow rain? That'll be good enough early on. I think we can go for the other one then, which applies the bleeding effect, which is percentage damage, so we'll level up the medical drone instead. So I guess all of our damage will come from the permafreeze and the bleeding effects. And our actual weapon damage probably won't be super relevant, but we will be going for stuff like crit chance and attack speed just to apply the effects we're going for a lot more often. Oh, I thought it was bleeding. Okay, we do want the injured one then. We're not really going explosive at all. Forgot what those had since I haven't really done much weapon-based stuff here. Grab stim pack for some buffing. Mod ship is one of the best, so is Gaslighter. We can banish that. I guess, since like I said, we're probably doing more instant kill stuff, we might not actually want that though. Depends on whether or not damage increases like that work on the bleeding effect, which I'm really not sure on. Arrow rain? That's still only level 1. Yeah, may as well get that AoE up a bit. Jesus, it's 6 minutes in and I can barely move already. Spearmint is okay. Oh, we can grab the barbed one now. More arrow rain. And then weapon cooldown is good. We don't want to banish anything yet since we want those for items. Grab that for the Huntress. Yeah, I think the play is definitely getting the evolution for that, where it shoots out multiple volleys at least. You need something to clear out the Horde because there's just nowhere to even move right now. So I want both of these, and then I also want this, so we can get as many tags as possible. We don't have a lot of ways to apply it right now. So it'd be good to have it at least proliferate to other enemies as well. You know, I might actually need duration for that. We have 120%, so that's plus 2 volleys. Yeah, that'll help a lot with AoE right now. Help us get through the early game. There's the Pyro. I think we will go ahead and grab him now. We could grab a level in that for the boost as we get low. That's actually pretty good if you're low, 50% onto each. That would be a huge boost if we get into trouble here. We could evolve that. It's not really a great power increase, but it does make the freeze a bit more consistent, and we have the aura for that. Weapon crit chance is good for our mod chip. Toss that on the Huntress. That's ready to evolve if I grab that, but we can go ahead and grab the ice only as well. Can grab that now, I don't think... Actually, that's not bad. It does give you a lot more stats overall. We can banish that. And then the earlier we get that, the better. We don't have a ton of freezing yet, so I'm fine with that actually. There's nowhere to move, man. guess get a little bit of AoE damage with that. None of these are super wait, we have pre-rerolls, let's do that. That didn't really help much. Bit more uptime on the attack speed and weapon sets. Multi-shots, get that ready for the ice arrows so we can actually get those going. More uptime on that. Take a free reroll. Get that up to level 5. Freezing arrows. Oh, I think I had enough meta points to get the freezing arrows maxed out, but not the Huntress's earlier weapons. Still a bit short on that, so that would have helped out the early game a bit, but I definitely think you should go for the arrow rain first. Even if you had enough points for all of that. So ability area, attack speed. Attack speed is great. We can check a reroll. I guess handgun, since we need the freezing flask at some point. %, HP. I think I would prefer the 100 armor. So we'll see what else is here. Freezing arrows. Lower the cooldown, improve the damage. And at certain levels, I think you get extra arrows on that as well, which is big. Yeah, +1 arrow, cooldown and damage on top of that. Banish that, and go ahead and grab the freezing now that we have some stuff going for that. And then there's at least 2 more items. Ability duration actually would be kind of helpful for the arrow rain right now. It would improve the medic's buff time and the pyro's Molotov, I think. Nah, we want some weapon stuff, like attack speed, yeah. Tough skin, 100 armor for its duration, yup. There's the one that gives like 2 tags if you are below... No, it's like 4 tags and then 2 if you're above a certain threshold. And then there's one that's like the opposite of that, I think, where it gives you more tags if you have a lot of them already. And then I think there's one for a bunch of different elemental types as well, so that's 3 items that I want. Wow. But that's just to stack the absolute most freezing possible. I don't know if it's actually worth it. I guess we'll find out at some point. That guy just got permafrozen. See ya. Here we can... I might need the survivability here, actually. We're getting into some pretty rough spots already. I guess handgun again it is. Here we go, freezing arrows. Every stat increased on there. Syringe is decently helpful right now. And we'll need it to get fully maxed out for the flasks anyways. Probably try and finish off the freezing arrows if we can. Dodge chance. I think I'm okay with that. Some decent survivability. That's one of them. We can banish burning. Could also look for something a bit better right now with the free reroll. I think I'm gonna try and do that for now and grab that later on. Oh, that's actually pretty good, since we're taking damage so much. That does increase ice damage, but it's just not that interesting. Let's get that ready to evolve then. I was initially going to try the no pain, no gain from the pyro that gives you massive stats but blocks regen, since I thought the freezing might buy me enough time that I could avoid stuff. But this map is just freaking insane, so I don't think we can give up HP regen on here. Even with stacking as many freezing tags as possible, there just feels like there's so much unavoidable damage right now. And that usually gets worse throughout the run as well. Defense, there we go. Good HP regen plus a shield every 30 seconds. We could maybe use the taunt on the makeshifts. Pick up ability, nope. We could take the cooldown, but we can get a free reroll with 2 rares each time. Bit of movement speed, may as well. Syringe is getting close to the evolved, and that should be pretty helpful since we can get a lot more of the freezing tags as well as another AoE attack with them. So you need 4, and we can eventually get that many for fire as well. So we can get a little bit more value by waiting on that. Solar panel, banhammer are both really nice. Let's go like this and grab the banhammer for now so we can clear stuff up now since those are already gone. It's especially helpful for the military trainings. Freezing Flask, nice. This does have an evolution for a freezing one, but it would only give 1 tag. This one shoots a ton of arrows once you've gotten it, so it'll probably be pretty nice with the freezing aura. So now that we have the banhammer, the reroll isn't quite as necessary. We can banish that, and go ahead and grab this. That will importantly improve the uptime on the medic's weapon-based thing, but it will also activate a few more freezing abilities a bit more often, like the medic's experiment thing, and then the Huntress and Pyro stuff once we get those evolved. I'm not sure if I want it for my final build, but it's pretty helpful right now. So we can start trimming this down. Health is not bad. We can get a global crit buff to both weapons and abilities off of items. So I'll go ahead and grab that and hope we find that at some point. Let's go for that one next. Weapon cooldown, movement speed, and elemental damage is fantastic. If we get the flamethrower, that'll be pretty good for proccing it, but that's getting close to the frost arrows fired everywhere, which is also pretty helpful. Probably don't need that with the 2 free ones each time. That's not bad, but you would definitely need the 10 tags. Each tag with a bonus of at least 3 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Electric, I don't think we can reach that, but attack speed and cooldown are great. I guess replace the reroll thing. That's the fire one. Weapon crit chance onto the Huntress. Oh, we can actually just banish that to make it slightly easier to hit, since we have a free one anyways. Let's go ahead and grab... Actually, that's ready to evolve now. Health regen no longer works. I don't think that's going to be viable here, as tempting as those huge stats are. I think it's just too risky, so we can toss that. And then probably look for one of the evolves here. Here we go, arrows. There's a few frozen arrows around on activation. Here we go. It works when you're high on HP, although the maximum bonus is reduced. It'll do a lot more for us right now, and it doesn't have as much of a downside. banish that. Do some rerolls if there's anything I really want right now. But I think I'm fine trimming down the pool and sticking with these. We eventually want all of the elemental stuff, but it would probably weaken me right now. Was there anything else here? I think we got the 2 evolves that were already there. This can get electric, this can get chemical. The taunting on that might buy me some space for now. There's so many zombies. Let's grab the level in that in case we end up needing it soon. There was something that would be really good here. The crit thing based on your HP. I'd probably replace Solar Panel, Banhammer later on once we've gotten more value out of it. And then I still need a bunch of elemental stuff. Let's keep banning stuff for now. We're at 25 currently, 35, 50, and 18 on the scaling things there. So I think crit damage actually isn't going to end up doing a whole lot when we're killing mostly with the permafreeze. So I think we can get rid of that for now. And then take the HP. Here we go. Toxic. Lasts longer, emits a chemical cloud, which will slow them, deal a little bit of damage. Let's see, what next? Probably try and get the flamethrower now to trigger the mod chip more often. Don't have any more rerolls. I'll take makeshift bomb for some more taunts. We still don't have the fire tags for that. But we're trying to get the flamethrower now, and that'll do it. Does it show how much the freeze permafrost did? 15.5 million? And there's no other damage effects on that, so it would have to be the instant kill effect. Banish ability cooldown. Do I want a rare XP? Probably want to banish it at some point, but maybe that'll pay off if it's one of the only ones we've gotten. Makeshifts up to level 5, we can get the evolution on that. so hard to loot anything now. Please, just let me move. Yeah, I think we will go electric on that. That'll give us a small chance of stunning them at least. The other one just adds more of the kinetic damage, I think, shooting nails at you. So that'll give a little bit of crowd control at least. The blowtorch is decent for applying the mod chip item. And the flame dart should be a lot better once we get there. There's nowhere to move! Why is it like this? Ability crit damage, we can get rid of that. That is pretty helpful since there's so much unavoidable damage now. This game does have manual aiming, right? It's supposed to be balanced around... Oh, you can have it for the different party members. Interesting. Whole team. Let's try that. So I can, like, try to punch through in a certain direction that I want. The game is supposed to be balanced around auto-aim, but this just feels so much better. We can at least try to get to the items now by aiming in a certain direction. Oh man, both of those. We can banish that. And then I definitely want this to trigger the mod chip more. And then that's cool. We can probably replace the solar panel for now. And then maybe that's 12 and 18% for pretty helpful stats. Would be either that or the banhammer once we're done with it. Flamethrower, yup. can also focus fire the bosses like that when they're tightly grouped up. So I want to grab that now. I would have to give up something very nice, but I think we have all of those now. Fire, ice, electric. I don't think we can get electric up to 4. So this is the most value we're going to get out of it now. We still need the banhammer, I think. But there are more elemental things, so we can eventually replace it with one of those. So we'll go probably Ruby Gem or Retaliation. I'm not getting hit quite as much now that I'm using manual aim, so I guess we'll try like this. That brings us up to 29 for 39% chance, 54% slow, and 20% chance to instant kill. And 227% damage for anything that's with the frost tag. Weapon attack speed is great. Let's go ahead and banish that, since we're just trying to hit as often as possible for the permafreeze. Alright, it feels a lot more manageable with manual aim. I don't know why they baited me into playing with auto aim, saying the game was balanced around it. Screw balance. I have money. Weapon for the medic, probably not. This has a frost tagged evolution. Ability cooldown, nah. So we can get one more tag from that, and it will also apply the effect with our full tags. I do less damage to bosses because I'm basically just trying to clear a path for myself. But I can at least move around a lot more, it feels like. Banish health regen and grab a bit of rare movement. Weapon cooldown, that's actually helpful for applying the freezing blast. I'll take that. What am I getting hit by? There's nothing in range over here. Okay, those guys are insanely tanky. Alright, they're just immortal. There's nothing that manual aim is gonna do here. I don't have time to open anything. Attack speed, sure. That's getting close to the evolve. Crit chance, no. Here we go, Molotov Cocktail Ice. There's an extra one that's ice. You get one more tag for that. There's nowhere to go. There's the revive, so I guess we're dead. There's just so much unavoidable damage at this point in the game. My god, man. Can't go anywhere. So freeze, we got up to 30 tags, which was 40% chance on hit to slow by 55%, and then a 20% chance to permafreeze and instant kill them. Bit of fire towards the end, some damage over time. Little bit of chemical from the decoy. Little bit of electric on the bomb. Quite a bit of kinetic from some of the huntress skills and I guess the drone before it evolved. Slashing on the huntress trap and some random explosive stuff. 37 million on the freezing arrows. Little bit from the caster stuff. About 9 million from the freezing blasts, excuse me. 3 million on that freezing skill. Molotov came a bit late with the freezing, but still 5 million there. Pretty late on the flamethrower and got 10 million on that still. We didn't manage to get to all of the tags. We were missing one or two, I think. There's the opposite of this, and then the elemental based one. So I think we could have gone up to 36 at the absolute maximum. But you just always get to a point where there's nothing you can do. There's just so many enemies you can't even move. And it's just results in you slowly dying to unavoidable damage, it feels like. We got a hamburger. All healing effects are 3 times stronger, half max HP. Maybe. If you had enough armor and HP still to survive, that would be a ton of healing. That might be workable. So we had the max freezing there, max freezing arrows. We didn't have the points for the earlier bows. And we were missing a lot of points for some of her pretty useful abilities still. So that would have been a decent help. Medic, we have everything relevant maxed and some free points now. And then we had the Pyro, with a little bit of synergy on the Molotov for some extra taunting. We could have used points there for more cooldown. And, well, we didn't even get a high enough level for that. So we could have improved the build a little bit with some more points, but I don't think it would have been huge. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.